Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Dell with South Central Nebraska Customs, and today I'm back out at the farmhouse and we are doing a little bit of stuff around here, and I wanted to make a video. It's blowing a little bit of wind today, but nothing bad, and the windmill's going, and I wanted to make a follow-up video here of I had a lot of comments asking what the plans were with this property. And one of the big things, I want to get out of living in town because of the hot rod shop, and as it grows, I have too many cars and they limit how many can be in town. So first thing is to get this road put in here, and I have another one of these culverts, and my buddy lives right up the road here, has a farm, so he's gonna bring his equipment over. And in the next video, I'm gonna be bringing in some fill dirt and I'll go scroll back over this way. Right there used to be the old barn, and it is collapsed and not savable. But as I walk down the culvert here, it has a lot of concrete, kind of like these. So we're gonna work on getting the barn cleared out and use a lot of that rock and the stone and stuff to fill this in here so it doesn't wash out again. And last couple years we've had some pretty good rains, so that's the main reason that got washed out. But yeah, check it out today, guys. I'm trying to scroll around nice and slow so everybody can see and not get too dizzy. But in the springtime and through the summer, the creek runs. And then obviously right now, with it being the start of winter, it's December, we are gonna probably try and get that done before the rain starts flying again. And then bring a bunch of that crushed gravel and put that down in here. So that will be good, so we can get up here. It gets muddy even when it's snowing. But this is the old barn, and I kind of skipped over this real quick in the last video, but this has kind of seen its day, and it's something we're just going to tear down. But there is a lot of really good old wood and a lot of stuff that, you know, for my creative side, I'd like to save all this wood. There's some big old beams in here, and I don't know, maybe buried in there might be some really cool stuff. Cool old hinges. So this right here is gonna be the plan for the garage. So on the left side of the house, we're gonna do a garage there, and then over here is gonna be where I would like to put the new shop, and then up here have excess storage and stuff like that for the rest of the cars and the projects. So it's December now, and this is how the house is sitting today. And the wind stopped. But what's really cool, I was talking to some subscribers in the comments, the wind goes over this property, up over those trees, and kind of never really gets too windy at ground level here around the house, which is really nice. And I have been metal detecting and exploring different things around the property. I had a lot of wood, like this is one of my last piles that I had cleaned up just so I can mow around the property. And then out front here on the house, so the plan is to have the garage on this side, and then take the porch and go all the way across. Then that way we can put a full porch out here with a covered deck. That'll go the whole way over the house. And we had subdivided this off the farm, so the property line is right about back there a little ways, and then down to the trees. And it is a cold day, but it's beautiful out. And I'm just gonna pan around the property here. So one of my really good friends, he has an outhouse that he built. And then when he has all his parties and his car meets and stuff like that at his house, the people have somewhere to go when he doesn't want everybody going in his house, which I think is a really smart idea. So the plan is to restore this barn, or this outhouse, and try to reuse it, honestly, because it's not in terrible shape. Let's see if anybody's using it here. Yeah, no one's using it today. Let's see, but you certainly could. Close this door up here. And then in the barn, I got old tractor here, McCormick, and some random stuff that I was trying to clean up and put away. A lot of this there was wires and all kinds of stuff around the house. There's more of that old foundation for the old barn. So yeah, it's gonna be a really nice thing to have the property, you know, for all the cars and stuff like that. We like living in town, but it's gonna be really nice to be out here and make as much noise as we need. And I'm always working out in the shop late at night, so it's gonna be helpful. And then on the back side here, the plan is we're gonna do a big addition. So once I get the roof put on, I'm gonna bring the dump truck up and get all the old shake roof off, and then we'll put the plywood up there and deck the whole roof so it'll have the new OSB, and put the roof on, and hopefully get that done this winter. And then get it all sealed up, windows and everything, and then we'll start working on the foundation, because the foundation's in need of some major repairs. But one of the big things that I would really like to do with this house is, if you look right here, that door goes underneath the stairs, and for the basement, all they have right here is just this. So I would really like to end up going and getting this moved and eliminating this. But they got a bunch of old bottles down there and shoes, and it's a half basement, so the basement goes to about where that hole in the block is. And then when we do this, we might try and make it a full basement, so stairs will go down there, and then hopefully we'll have that as part of the basement. And then this is really cool. This came off the barn, and I saved it. I put it over here just for now. I'd like to put this on the new building and make it a like kind of historic piece of the old farm, and put that on the new building over there. But yeah, so from the last video, if you guys saw, the living room is going to be the main room when you walk in, and then you're going to have over here, this will end up being the dining room where the kitchen is, and then We're gonna blow out the walls here and here, so that way you'll have a kind of open floor plan with the kitchen. And then on this side, there's gonna be an additional bathroom, and there's also gonna be a bedroom down here. So we'll have master and guest. It's not a big house, but you know, it's kind of the nice thing about it is that I can restore it and it's not gonna be overwhelming. Because there's a lot of some old houses around that would be cool to restore, but they are so big and they take a lot of money. And I did the roof on my house, and it was the same exact way as this, where you have to put the OSB on the top after you get rid of that old wood shake, because there's gaps and you can't shingle it without putting the OSB up there. So it's not a big job, and it goes pretty quick when you start ripping it off. But I'll get that ripped off, and there's just, you know, things around the soffit that need to be cleaned up, all that good stuff. And then here's another view of inside. So this is again going to be the living room. And as we were talking about in the last video, there is no wiring, no plumbing ever in this house. So it's going to be a blank canvas to come in here and finish ripping out all this stuff. Clean up the floor, because someone's already started to rip down a lot of the plaster and the lath. And then I will work on getting everything sealed up like we talked about. I'll zoom up the house here. And we're definitely gonna have to pull off the siding and re-side it and do all that. New windows. But it'll be nice to put some Tyvek on the house and get it all sealed and do the new siding. And hopefully I can keep a lot of this siding and reuse it, repurpose it for something. But I think it'll look really nice with the big windows, and the plan is to do some older French style looking windows with the big white fill panes. I think that'll look really nice. And then I'll have to figure out something with this tree because it's ugly. But I want to keep looking around it because I have been out here exploring, metal detecting, and there could be something around here. I know there's something around here. Haven't found their trash pit yet, but I'll try and find that. And as always, guys, thank you for following along as we get going here on the house. And we will start making more videos here the next couple weeks as, like I said, I get this road brought in here, and we will start getting this house all restored. So it should be a really fun process, and I'm excited to share it with the channel. So as always, God bless, and thanks for following along.